Peace. You already know what's good. Gotta grab my. Alright, so what we're gonna get into right now, kick that music on y'all necks. What we're getting into right now, we're gonna talk about the narcissistic injuries and also why empaths and sensitive people are drawn to narcissists, So the word narcissist has been thrown around a lot, to people nowadays. You've been, hearing it a lot dealing with our conscious community and shit like that. So I like to give a shout out to to everyone who's doing their part, They can call them the light workers or the dark workers, whatever you want to say it. Dark doesn't necessarily mean bad and shit. It can just mean deep, that's all. So peace, shout out. You know what's up. So anyways though, but dealing with this broken personality disorder, which, all the spirits came into play in, it wasn't able to manifest themselves fully like they wanted to do. This personality disorder is a harsh one, because it's the root to why we treat each other fucked up in the first goddamn place, and why we don't honor each other's love, and why we look at each other as supply sources to what we can get out of one another and shit, and why we so quick to point the finger to motherfuckers, and why we just just can't get along. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's this: the empath, or the so-called codependent in this relationship, is a little bit, is a caring individual. They care for the narcissist, you know what I mean, because they know there's something that's broken, and you know what I mean, they kind of want to fix it, you know what I mean. That's where you get the term, I'm gonna fix you, I'm gonna fix your ass, you know what I'm saying, because chances are, or 9 times out of 10, the motherfuckers done got done dirty by a narcissist and shit. Like, goddamn, how could that motherfucker just walk away and do this, that, and the third? Because it's the type of brain that they're thinking on and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's only a fight or flight response and shit, so they just think that everything is an attack. So they don't understand that there's like medium and shit, So that's just how it's been for all of us and shit. It's gangsters and shit too, you know what I mean? So yeah, and I don't know what the F is going down with my goddamn music and shit. Let me make sure. Hold up. I'm gonna pull it back, man, and find something different and shit. So anyways, hold that. But so yeah, you know what I'm saying? That whole little situation dealing with the narc, you know what I mean? That's been thrown around a lot lately and shit, you know what I mean? So most likely by people who are full blown narcissists and shit, because they be happy to get that weight off of their ass and shit. They be like, oh yeah, man, that motherfucker's a narcissist. Like, they just all of a sudden some certified ass psychologists and shit, you know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck. It's just hood psychology. This is all it is. And if you've been around enough motherfuckers, you know how you used to test mother. I can't go over there. That vibe was fucked up, man. Shit like that, because you felt it. You may have, chances are you may have figured that shit out at an early age on trusting your own little instinct of, thoughts and decisions and shit. But most likely, if you had a narcissist in your life, whether early or later, they was here to teach you a lesson and shit. You know what I mean? Most likely, there's a lesson in patience and reality. All things ain't what it's cracked up to be. You know what I'm saying? Uh, get you out of la la land, shit like that. And use their lesson too, though. But they go through it a lot. But you, as an empath, you go through it. This is seldom, every now and again and shit, and you can't really understand. And this is why I say it plays out on all of the zodiac signs. It don't matter who the fuck it is and shit. You know what I'm saying? It can be a motherfucker who is clingy as a damn cancer. They'll be fucking around and act like as spaced out as in going on to the next optimistic as a Sagittarius and shit. You know what I'm saying? So on your ass that quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be like, what the fuck? And cancers do care. So you know what I'm saying? And naturally, their spirit in space is a caring space and shit. Their waters is a caring waters and shit. So if they on that shit, then they got to be some kind of broken record. So now, a lot of nurses act a little bit. They get mixed up with the natal chart, the sun sign Leo. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Leo get a lot of flack about about who, you know what I'm saying, like they just think that they're better than so and so, and they look down upon people and shit. I ain't a Leo. I mean, I'm a Leo severely, but tropically, you know, I'm a Virgo. So anyways, though, but Leos get that trait, and so they get that trait thrown on them and shit. But in reality, a lot of narcissists act like that. So you know, you gotta watch out. It's the big eye, little U shit. And if you can't cooperate and work together, that's when you know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things. And certain people have certain gifts that they should do, and that's why you should know your natal chart, so you know which area to be in with each other and when to do things when certain things is going down, because it's how they was ruling your ass and shit. So anyhow, that's some things I wrote down and shit. You know, but basically, when you're dealing with a narcissist or a histrionic, that's the next one. Histrionics are narcissists too. These mugs, they really don't. I mean, in relationships or in general, but we're gonna deal with relationships because that's the first main um, connection that we have. You know what I'm saying? So with another individual. So you know, histrionics, they really don't have relationships, but they're the most colorful motherfuckers in the zodiac. I mean, not the zodiac, but in the personality disorder. We need them shits in life. You need histrionical people. You know what I'm saying? But not people who's just totally hysterical and shit. You know what I mean? Who just don't get it and they just operating on their lower brain, not their frontal lobes and shit. A lot of these disorders is people is operating on their reptilian brains and their motherfucking mammalian brains and shit like that, and operating on their frontal lobes. So that's what I'm saying. So anyhow, though, in order to operate on that shit, you're gonna have to do reasoning, and you gotta spend a lot of time to yourself to kind of reason with shit. You know what I'm saying? And not just be like, oh man, fuck that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So the empath and the narcissist, where they motherfuckers is drawn to each other, it's like, man, the empath wants to fix the narcissist, and so the narcissist is kind of like notices all this shit, and they don't really want to be fixed. They kind of like being fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So this is what they do. You know what I mean? So when you try to expose a narcissist, which is something that they don't like, chances are, if they are a psychopath, they don't give a fuck because they like the attention. You know what I'm saying? And most ones in the industry are psychopaths and shit. So that's what that is. Made me do a double take. Okay. Anyways, maybe in the background, the nice flower just blown out. But let me hit this. Check out the guns real quick. Oh, damn. Okay. Amino, son. It's the amino, son. Aminos. Oh, what do I got some over here? I got some over here. Huh? 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 That, that. Okay. That was a little extra trying to gut me myself right there. But y'all know what's up. Man, I don't need no lighter. I got the vape pen. That's what I was looking for. I'm like, the fuck? Where my shit at? Right here. My shit ready like a flute. Shit, these motherfuckers. But anyways, and so yeah, when you're dealing with relationships with them, man, you know what I'm saying, they definitely take injuries very bad. They call it narcissistic injuries, and them shits is very bad. You know what I mean? They'll do all kind of shit. It's like, you know, they'll do the silent treatments and all of this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? This is like a punishment. How they feel if you like hurt their feelings. But yeah. Anyhow, though. But that's gonna be real quick. So empaths are drawn to narcissists because they want to fix their ass. But the lesson is you gotta fix your damn self. Narcissists will learn too. They'll learn when they're on their way. You know what I'm saying? Right now, like I say, they on their path, you on your path. Alright? So more love. Peace. I'll be with y'all.